Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Special Report. This is your host, Dr. Selim Salai, physician, entrepreneur, and venture architect. I'm really thrilled and excited to host a very important guest. That's why we call this a special report and special coverage. Mr. Moujahed El Amiri. He is actually a very important guest, dear to our heart. He came all the way despite all his busy schedule. He is originally Moroccan and Syrian, a very important strategist, doing an amazing job, really building bridges between cultures. Mr. Moujahed El Amiri, welcome to NTR.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate your time. I know how busy you are, and we want to thank you on behalf of NTR for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to our African brothers.
Thank you. So we know you very well, but for our viewers, can you tell for our 900 million viewers across Africa who Mr. Moujahed El Amiri is?
Well, Moujahed El Amiri is, first of all, he's a Muslim, born in Halab, Syria, Aleppo. I left the country, I left Aleppo when I was 8 years old, together with my family, my father and the family, and we went to Lebanon first, and then from Lebanon to Morocco. We left the country because of the political change and the coup that has happened in 1963, when my father left, and then I left at 1965. And today I am half Moroccan, half Syrian. My heart is split into two.
Beautiful.
And half of it is Moroccan and half of it is Syrian. My roots are in Syria. I am in between, and the branches, my children and my grandchildren today, they are in Morocco and they are Moroccans.
Excellent.
Yes. I studied first business and management. Then I went to the practical life. I studied in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh University. And then I started my practical life there. Then to Jordan, some business in Jordan. I was an employed by several international companies.
Excellent.
Then I started my own business, and then I went back to Morocco, where I established my first company over there in 1983.
Beautiful.
Which is a pan-Arab company. It's called the Arab Company for Food Products, and then Arabian Moroccan Investment Corporation. And since then, I'm in business. I went back to university when I got old. I got my children, and I studied law, international law, constitutional law.
Amazing.
And then my thesis I did my thesis in political science.
Beautiful.
And there I started my political life, in public life. We established a political party in Morocco together with some friends, and it was for the environment. There also we worked with our friends in the Arab countries. We established the association for the green political parties and associations.
Excellent.
And the same for the African green parties and associations. I had the chance and the honor to be one of the founders of these two organizations. Unfortunately, it was just before what they call Arab Spring.
Yes.
So the project was not developed as we want, but inshallah, we will go ahead.
Inshallah. The main question we're doing a special report is, from your perspective, how can we create a win-win proposition for the South-South, for Turkey, Morocco, and His Majesty in Morocco, as well as President Erdogan, pays great attention to Africa. From your view, how can we create a win-win proposition for African brothers and sisters, as well as these great countries?
Well, actually, traditionally, they called us third world countries, and then underdeveloping countries, and now emerging countries, no matter what's the appellation or what's the denomination. We used, during the last decades, we used to be belong to the North.
Yes.
Developed countries.
Yes.
I think today there is a new generations, there are new visions, and we are much more aware of our potential, and we are thinking and working how to get this potential and turn it to a reality, to a fact. His Majesty King Mohammed V of Morocco, he was very much enthusiastic to develop these relations South-South.
Yes.
He went himself several times to Africa.
More than a month, I remember.
He stayed long periods of times. He made bilateral agreements between Morocco and different countries in Africa. And he used even to spend some of his private time in Africa. Today, we have great relationship to a lot of African countries. We consider that it's our strength, and it's very important to have this kind of cooperation and exchange knowledge, expertise, know-how, and also we have mutual history.
Of course.
So this is something that we are trying. This is the will of His Majesty King Mohammed V to develop, which he succeeded very well. Same thing for Turkey.
Yes.
Turkey, President Erdogan is doing a lot for Africa. He has a long vision of the future, very wise one. He knows that Africa is a very important, that it didn't take its chance in the whole world. And the potential is there, human potential is there, natural resources are there. Instead of having them exploited by somebody else, let it be done by the people of Africa, by the Africans themselves, with the help of their friends, brothers, and sisters.
Yes. I know you have a limited time. What would you like to say more about your recommendations and how do you see it going to be evolve in terms of the economic cooperation, cultural, academic cooperation? What else should we do? Should Turkey use Morocco as a launch pad? What should be the right value proposition for everyone?
Well, if we talk about Morocco and Turkey, I mean, they are very close countries.
Of course, they are the same. Yeah.
The two people, they love each other's. The relation is in a very, very good, we had very good, very good relationship. The question today that if we're talking economics, there is a big problem. That's the commercial balance.
Yes.
There is a gap. This is something that governments cannot control. I mean, if I'm going to buy, I'm an open market, sure. I'm going to buy this product, I'm going to buy this glass, I will go and buy it from wherever I want. No one can impose on me to buy it from this or there. Moroccans love Turkey. So they started to come to Turkey and buy from Turkey. The country cannot afford having such a kind of disorder in the commercial balance. I think the best way is to say Turkey has I would say an aggressive approach to the African market.
I see.
Turkey has a lot to give. Morocco, as an infrastructure, as facilities, as a neighborhood, it's in Africa. Turkey is not.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Moujahed El Amiri. I want to thank you for your time. I know this will be a very brief interview now because of your flight, but we don't accept this as this final visit to Ankara. We would love to host you again. I want to thank you on behalf of NTR for all your hard work.
Thank you.
And thank you for building bridges across communities.
Thank you for putting me in contact with my African brothers and sisters. It's a great opportunity for me, and hope that it will be a beginning to a lot of things between our countries for the benefit of everybody.
Thank you.
Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman may have given the world Casablanca, but there is much more to see in Morocco than its largest city. This Atlantic coast country gives travelers the opportunity to experience life in an ancient Arabic culture, sunning on beaches or snow skiing in the mountains. Whether rambling through ancient Medinas, sampling cuisine at a local souk, or relaxing in the sun at a whitewashed seaside town, the past is always present in this diverse and colorful country. Here's a look at the best places to visit in Morocco. Number 10. Lexira Beach. Located south of Agadir, Lexira Beach is considered Morocco's most unique beach due to the gigantic sea arches that dot the beach. They're so big that a person standing underneath one at low tide will seem like a small dot. The arches glow red at sunset, making a very picturesque scene. The beach is popular with hang gliders and parasailers, but it's also a good place to sit and enjoy the spectacular sea arches. Number 9. Casablanca. Everyone knows the city of Casablanca as the colonial setting of the 1942 romantic film, but the city of today doesn't quite reflect that dreamy, enchanting feeling. Instead, modern-day Casablanca is a trading powerhouse. The importance of the port city means it is Morocco's economic hub. You can still take a walk around Casablanca's curious old downtown to discover its past. Ornate Moorish architecture is infused with European shapes and styles. If you really want to hark back to black and white films, have drinks at Rick's Cafe, the famous bar from the film. It's a reconstruction, but we can all pretend, right? Number 8. Meknes. Meknes is one of the 4 imperial cities of Morocco, and its name and fame are closely linked to that of Sultan Moulay Ismail. The Sultan turned Meknes into an impressive city in Spanish Moorish style, surrounded by high walls with great gates. While Meknes is an imperial city with a lot of historical monuments and natural sites, it is also the nearest city to the Roman ruins of Volubilis. Number 7. Chefchaouen. Chefchaouen might just as well be called the Blue City because it's filled with, what else? Buildings in various shades of blue. Located in northwest Morocco, Chefchaouen is close to Tangier, making it a popular tourist destination. Surrounded by breathtaking mountains, the city's narrow labyrinth of lanes hide plazas and ancient kasbahs, with plenty of photo opportunities around every corner. It's popular with shoppers who can find Moroccan handicrafts, such as woven blankets, not found elsewhere in the country. Number 6. Asila. Now a popular seaside resort town, Asila has a glorious history that dates back to when it was a trade center for the Phoenicians in 1500 BC. In the 19th and 20th centuries, pirates used it as a base of operations. Fortifications from these bygone eras remain, surrounding the restored Medina. Whitewashed buildings complete with picturesque scenes. It has a good selection of budget hotels and restaurants, and a growing art scene. About 1.5 miles south of Asila lies Paradise Beach, a wonderful wide stretch of sand popular with locals and tourists. Number 5. Essaouira. Essaouira boasts pretty, sandy beaches, but the strong winds make sunbathing out of the question. Water sports fans know the benefits of the wind, however, and meet up on Essaouira's beaches in the summer months to practice their windsurfing skills. The harbor and old city walls add a depth to the city's history, and with its small lanes and interesting streets, make for the perfect place to get lost and discover new and interesting secrets hidden among the walls. Number 4. Fez. Once the capital of Morocco, Fez exudes culture and history. Its emblematic Medina is a huge pedestrianized sprawl that oozes ambiance and history. It can seem completely overwhelming to many visitors, whilst others fall in love with the ebullient atmosphere. Those who are brave enough to wander down the narrow alleys can discover the city's 2 Islamic schools. Dating back to the 14th century, both madrasah have intricate faces, carved from cedar, as well as elaborate tiles. The 11th century Tuwara tannery is one of the oldest in the world and has been making leathers for traders for many generations. Make sure to look out for it in the bustling marketplace. Number 3. High Atlas. The High Atlas is a mountain range that runs from the coast of Morocco toward Algeria. The tallest mountain range in North Africa, the High Atlas offers outdoor recreation opportunities year-round, from snow sports in the winter to hiking in the summer. One of the best places to visit is the Todra Gorge in the eastern part of the High Atlas. Both the Todra and the neighboring Dades rivers have carved out steep cliffside canyons through the mountains. On the edge of the High Atlas Mountains is the Ait Benadu, a traditional mud brick city that has appeared in many movies, including Lawrence of Arabia and Gladiator. Number 2. Merzouga. Merzouga is a small village in southeastern Morocco, not too far from the border with Algeria. It's on the tourist route because of its proximity to Erg Chebi, sand dunes created by winds that reach up to 500 feet high. Travelers looking for a unique experience might want to take an overnight camel ride through the wavy, deep reddish-orange dunes. Most group tours end up at a pre-set up camp at the base of some very large dunes, where the various tour operators have their Berber tents set up. Dinner will be cooked here, perhaps some music played, and visitors can frolic on the sand dunes under zillions of stars. Number 1. Marrakesh. Formerly one of the country's imperial cities, Marrakesh is sometimes referred to as the Red City because of its sandstone buildings. During the 1960s, Marrakesh was known as a hippie mecca, attracting famous celebrities such as the Beatles, Yves Saint Laurent, and the Rolling Stones. Comprised of beautiful old architecture and courtyards of orange, palm, apricot, and olive trees, Marrakesh today is still one of Africa's most popular tourist destinations. The best way to sample its charm is to take off walking through the Medina, watch a snake charmer, haggle over an old carpet, eat local delicacies such as sheep's head, or have a massage in a public bath. Other possibilities include strolling through the Jardin Majorel, a botanical garden that blends Art Deco and Moorish features, and sipping mint tea at a traditional tea house.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is another end of a special report. We kept it short because of our great guest's flight, but we look forward to hosting him again. Take care and all the best. Bye.